video is probably gonna be a little bit longer because it's gonna go over his groceries and then also the prep for him. And then I'm gonna do my prep in a different video. But I think this is a good video for like people who are new to prepping and who haven't prepped much and are kind of like, where do I start? What do I buy? Because we had conversations that we'll talk about right now where I was like, you got to think about like, how are you gonna be able to reheat it? Like how much time are you gonna have? Things like that. So did you kind of know how many calories that you eat like a day? And he was like, well, I'm not getting a whole lot, right? You said.
Yeah.
Because he's in college. So we got plenty of people who know that.
My semester, yeah.
Right? So like you were like, I have coffee
and like maybe a meal and a half a day max.
I know it's bad. But like, yeah, that's what we're trying to like realize there. So I was like, okay. So then realistically we have to think like he's not gonna be able to eat the full meals probably right away that like I make for myself and Alex, right? Because he's not used to eating that big of meals and that many calories. So then from there, we're kind of like, you know, are you gonna work out? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get back to the gym and start doing that. So that kind of lets me know how many carbs we can give you, because if you're not planning on working out, we don't want to give you too many carbs, but you are. And I'm guessing, what are your like goals? We didn't really even talk about that, did we?
Dude, I don't know. Just getting back into the gym, getting fit. I haven't been to the gym in like a year and a half.
Okay, so let's just, so let's call it, so get back in there, get back on track, and then from there we're gonna build some muscle and all those great things. So that's what the goal is, obviously, because he's not gonna, he doesn't have a lot of fat on him, right? So we don't gotta worry about that. I'm sure he burns through calories just fine. So those are some of the things we talked about. And then while we were in the store, as we were going through there, I was kind of like, you know, what vegetables do you like? You know, what were you thinking? I told him about some of my old preps, what things that I would recommend. For these first types of preps too, I would say, you know, you want to keep it simple, but you might also kind of want to keep it flavorful. Because if you don't like it, why would you keep doing it? Because it's going to take a few weeks where you're going to start to see, like, you know, those great results, or those good results. So those are types of things. And again, like we said, how easy is it to reheat? Because we're going to do like a patty for him, but then we contemplated like, well, we're going to do a bun, because you can do a bun, but then how are you going to transport it and heat it up? And then you're going to have like tomatoes and lettuce, and
you don't want to microwave tomatoes and lettuce.
Yeah. So we talked about all those types of things. So that's kind of some things to like keep in mind if you're new to prepping, or if you're just starting out prepping, is like, maybe you do want to keep it flavorful, but you also got to think about, how is this stuff going to get packaged together? How much time am I going to have to reheat it? Am I going to be able to reheat it? Where am I going to be at? Because a lot of you guys have your 9-to-5 jobs where luckily I can go to my fridge, do all what I need to do. But if you have that 9-to-5, like, you just want to most of the time take a container, put it in your microwave at work, if you have one. Some people don't, but if you lucky enough to, you just like throw it in the microwave and go. If you try to prep all these different things on the side, then you got to have extra containers, or, you know, it's just better to keep things that need to be heated up all in one container versus like what we talked about. If you put lettuce and tomato in a container with a burger, then you're either gonna, then like that stuff's probably gonna get soggy, but then you got to remove it before you microwave it. See what we're getting at here.
Things.
It does. Just sped through that. I killed it. All right, so let's go over his groceries, right? So, starting off over here, like we got him some yogurts. He wanted to try some different ones. You said they didn't have the ones that you normally get.
Yeah, like, I don't know, maybe a year back or two years back, I used to just get giant like tubs of this Greek yogurt.
Was it like Newfield?
Maybe.
Yeah, we couldn't find it, but I was like, regardless, if it was flavored yogurt that he was getting, these are most likely still healthier. Because like the Chobani ones will have 19 grams of sugar and stuff like that. This only has, you know, what is it? 3 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbs, 5 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein in one of these, right? So, and that was another thing we talked about, was like, he's probably not getting enough, well, we know he's not getting enough protein throughout the day with this one meal that he was eating, so we're gonna change that. But yeah, he got some apple and oats, he has a vanilla, toasted coconut, and a Greek raspberry one. Then, you wanted a salad, right?
Yeah, side salad for the burger. Yeah.
So this will probably most likely be too much lettuce, but he's gonna have a side salad, so that's gonna be used for some of that. And then he can also use some of the lettuce for the burger. So he'll probably have a little bit too much, but in reality, you can't really have too much vegetables, you know, depending on what they are for the most part. And then he said he also liked spinach, so he found this one, which is different than the one, you know, Alex and I would get, but it was on sale, right? You said?
Yeah.
So it's just some spinach. So you just mix those two together for the salad. And then, so their asparagus this week at Kroger was a little odd. It was like
a little thick.
It was real thick, like
little trees is what we got.
Yeah, I told him to get 2. I think this should be enough because again, it's only for 1 meal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be. And then we have, so you did get some tomatoes, right?
Yep, for the patties.
For the patties, yep. So he is doing a burger, but he's doing like an open face burger. So it's not gonna have the bun, it's just gonna be the burger, and then he's gonna put some lettuce and tomato on it. And then also you said you wanted cheese, right?
Yeah.
He did want some cheese. So we looked at the cheese and we tried to find something that was, again, somewhat healthy, but still reasonably priced, because the next closest one was like $4 and this was only like $1. And then, you know, to think about it there, like would I do cheese personally? Me right now? No. But again, you want to keep it flavorful right away when you're first starting out. Flavorful and simple at the same time, because if you don't like it, you're not gonna keep eating it. And I made him get, I didn't make him, strongly suggested when he picked up the 80% beef, I was like, we gotta fix this. You need something that is leaner, and then you can get something fattier. Again, I didn't get him the same stuff that like Alex and I would get, which would be, you know, 93% lean or 99% lean, and then a 90-10. We got him a 85 lean, 15 fat beef, which we're gonna mix with, put this up here, a 93.7 fat turkey. We have a couple of those, which he grabbed right away. You grabbed what, like the 85?
Yeah.
And I was like, you gotta look at the, you know, the fats. And I don't even know, have you done ground turkey? Because you were weary about.
No. I've never done ground turkey, only ground beef, made patties with ground beef, but this is new to me.
Yeah, but I told him, I was like, the way we season it and the way we mix the stuff together, like, I'm telling you, you will not taste like a real big difference, and it's gonna be so much healthier. And then he also liked sweet potato fries. He liked that idea, so we're gonna do sweet potato fries for one of the meals for him. And then, what are these? Red potatoes. So we did talk. Normally, potatoes might not be something I would personally do for 2 meals, just because I might think it'll set maybe a little heavy, but again, it's about trying it. Like maybe he has different preferences, and it'll sit fine on his body all day like that. I mean, it's a carb, so I mean, it's whatever, it's fine. So we're gonna do some like chipotle seasoned potatoes with these. And again, it's about keeping it somewhat flavorful, right? And then you got chicken. So he did ask about, you wanna hold that up? So he did ask about like chicken thighs, right? You wanted initially to get chicken thighs.
Yeah, I usually grill chicken thighs, and I don't know, I didn't know there was that big of a difference.
Yeah, and the fat content, it is. I mean, when I showed him this, okay, look at this compared to your chicken thighs, you can tell there's quite a bit of difference in terms of the fattiness in them. And like with this, again, how much to buy, because it's just different. Like I told him to buy a little bit more than what you would need, because you're gonna trim some of the fat off. So it's better to buy a little more than not to have enough when it comes time to package. You just gonna hold it up like that?
I mean,
You think that's cool? You just do this?
am I just gonna...
Yeah. Thumbnail?
Chicken here.
Alright, so that is it for his groceries. Pretty simple. I'm not gonna go over my groceries in this video, because this video, again, is solely focused on, because it's gonna be long enough, you know, helping somebody who hasn't really done much prepping before, kind of show them and provide any tips that I can about how to, you know, start it off and be successful, I guess, with it, and, you know, continue to do it going forward. So let's prep.
Alright, where are we starting?